Yo. So I'm doing something a little different, bro. So I am actually gonna preach a sermon. I have this as background gameplay. I'm trying something little, a little different. So I preached a sermon August, honestly, August of 2025, August 3rd, and I want I want this sermon just to. If it helps you, it helps you. If it don't, then it don't. Just don't really don't worry about too much about the gameplay. I mean, if you watching it, you watching it. If you're not, you're not. But I would try to really you feel me, understand what I'm saying. So I'm coming down to Luke 18, verse 9 to 14, right? And it says, "To some who were confident of their own righteousness and looked down on everyone else, Jesus told this parable. Two men went up to the temple to pray, one a Pharisee and the other a tax collector. The Pharisee stood by himself and prayed, 'God, I thank you that I am not like other people, robbers, evildoers, adulterers, or even like this tax collector. I fast twice a week and get a tenth of all I get.' But the tax collector stood at a distance. He would not even look up to heaven, but beat his breast and said, 'God, have mercy on me, a sinner.' I tell you that this man, rather than the other, went home justified before God. For all those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted." Which one is y'all? Are you the one that be like, "Bro, at least I ain't do that, or I ain't that bad"? Or you the person that be like, "God, forgive me for everything I done"? So the name of the sermon is called "You Should Already Be There." So after the text, who was who? Who picks up their accomplishments, or who is becoming brutally honest? There is a spiritual frustration of oneself, knowing that you are called for more, but you walk into environments that feel like a spiritual tug of war. It has gotten that Sunday after Sunday, instead of a up and up, is a maintenance to capture what we did the Sunday before. We are lazily trying to reason heaven. Now the same did before. Trying to pretty much you just lazily trying to bring heaven back over and over again, just because you did it before. You're not doing that enough. Not every week, but enough to where we reach the heavens or tug on it at least. There's a cry rising, some of us wondering we should already be there, not because of perfection, but because we have plenty of time, encounters, and chances to grow into maturity. The word is not to condemn, but to confront our stoppage of moments. What is stopping you? It's actually speaking to me now. And I wrote it. So, first bullet point, we should already be there. The people Jesus spoke to in this parable was committed but comfortable. They trusted in their own righteousness and couldn't see how far they still were from God's heart. Like many of us, they was faithful to show up, but not surrender enough to. Well, I honestly, I'm sorry. Like many of us, they were faithful to show up, but not surrender enough. We should come into church with high praise, not just enough to get by, or even a fight to praise Him in general. Some of us have had years in the church, but haven't moved an inch in the spirit. Just like Israel in the wilderness, walking in circles where they should have been in promised land. This is what I feel like every Sunday. We're spending time trying to get there, then we should already be there. We should be coming from a place of flowing the milks of honey rather than trying to get back to the place of milk and honey. You feel me? We gotta be talking of God's righteousness rather than seeking God's righteousness. It's a difference. Talking from God's righteousness, that means you actively seeking it. You actively in it. Rather than you be like, hold up, let me get in my moment. Feel me? Let me prayer shawl over. Let me kneel down on this chair. Let me prophesy. Let me read the Bible to get what God has for me. Where we should already be like that accordingly. Why are we still trying to find the flow of God's presence when we should already be carrying it? God's not asking for perfect people, but He's asking for a person who will grow. So, number 2, the stench of self-righteousness. Ooh, y'all be wanging, boy. Jesus showed us 2 men praying. One thinks he got it all together. The other knows that he is a mess. The Pharisees gives God a resume. The tax collector gives God repentance. But here's the dangerous part. Both men was in church. Both was praying, but only one was received. Ooh, which one is you? Man, which one is you, Shawty? Let me say that one more time. Both men was in church. Both was praying, but only one was received. I want to be the one that's received. I don't want to be the one that's just there just to be there. I want to be the one to make a difference, a look, an imprint. I want to be a movement. I want to be that person God remembers rather than use my creation. The difference. I remember all the good works you have done. I am proud of you. You did this and this and that. I'm happy for accomplishments rather than, yeah, I created you, my son. What? When I die, I want God to acknowledge all the good works I did in His name. I want Him to be proud of me, everything I did in His name. Not for my pride, but to say I did something because you put something in my life and I walked out to it. You said, God, I want you. God told me I'm supposed to go left, that I will go left. I don't want God to be like, you're supposed to go left, but you stopped. But I'm happy that you made it this far. No, I want God to be like, I'm happy that you went left and you went on top of that mountain. You went underneath the trench. That you went that house, and that. I'm happy that you did all that I designed you to be. I want God to be proud of exactly what He wants me to be. This is what grieving the Spirit. That's what's called grieving the Spirit. We have created atmospheres where people perform instead of presenting themselves. Some of us walk into the sanctuary like we're better than others. Others walk in freely like they don't belong because of the energy of judgment in the room. We praise loud, post spiritual things, speak in tongues, but we secretly believe we're more saved than the person next to us. God isn't blessing performances, but rather than the intent of one's heart. Number 3, stop performing, start becoming. The Pharisees was doing all the right things on paper, but he was faking his relationship and relying on his works. Jesus makes it clear only one of them is left justified. It wasn't the one who looked like he had it all together. But why is that? Because God cannot transform what we pretend is there. He isn't calling us to become perfect, but rather pure surrenderance. We exhausted. I'm sorry. We're exhausted because of the performance. But there's peace and becoming when we allow God to actually deal with our real selves. Our house doesn't need more people who know how to do church. It needs people who wants to become the church. And this message is for everybody. Everybody in your church, and you in a congregation, if you the pastor I'm talking to right now, you a deacon, a member, you just somebody that's up in church, you ain't never go for real. This video just popped on your YouTube. I want you to let you know you have a purpose, you have a plan. And no matter what nobody says, God designed a plan and purpose for you. I don't care you ain't never been to church. I don't care you only been to church once. And I don't care you been in church your whole life. God has a plan for you. Stamp. But I'm 24. I'm a pastor of my church. I'm a campus pastor, actually. I'm 24 and a pastor already. I wasn't even supposed to make it 18, bro. I was supposed to be being there, bro. I'm 24, but I'm 6 years past, bro. I'm 6 years living on God's grace. I ain't supposed to make it past 18, bro. I was supposed to be dead. Whole time I'm supposed to be dead. I'm not even supposed to be locked up. I'm supposed to be dead, bro. Nah, bro. I'm not supposed to have breath in my body, but I'm here. And I'm not even gonna say like I can do it, you can do it. No. I mean, yeah, it's true, but no, because some people need motivation. They need to see them. They have visual learning. Just because I said something don't mean you can push them. I ask God to test you right now. I want you to pray right now. Be like, God, I need a push. I need some motivation. I need something to let me know that you real, that you really serious. Like, if you serious, I'll be serious back. But I need you to put your two first. I need you to go. You feel me? I need you to do that 1-2 for me real quick. Let you know I'm really there. I'll bet. I guarantee you guys gonna respond. Be like, if you match energy, I'll match it right back. I mean, you match energy, he'll match it right back. Yeah. So, number 3 is stop performing, start becoming. Oh, I just read that. I'm so sorry. Number 4, we can't war when we're wounded by each other. Part of why the presence of God feels delayed on Sundays is because we keep wounding each other in private and pretending in public. You can't have glory where there's gossip. You can't have breakthrough where there's bitterness. You can't have fire when there's fakeness. Psalms 133 says, God commands his blessings where there is unity. And real unity doesn't mean we all agree. It means we all show up honestly, humbly, and hungry. When pride dies, power flows. And when comparison dies, worship lives. We can't war against the enemy when we secretly war against each other in our hearts. And when we do that and expect God to meet us every Sunday, how can we meet God if we are clouded from within? So, in conclusion, the invitation back to real. This is not a call of guilt. It's a call to growth. God isn't mad at us, but he's calling us out of the repeated cycle. He's saying, I want to move into this house, but I'm not moving through mask. And if we want more of God, we need to give him more of ourselves. Some are saying we should already be there. And now God is saying, I'm ready to take you there if you will be real. Who want to be real, bro? So the last little minutes of the video, I'm just chopping it up with y'all. Who want to be real, bro? That message was, like I said, that was in August. But me just rereading that, it's like, bro, that's what I'm going through right now. Like, on some real, bro. It's time for the fakeness, bro. It's time for that pretend you can be church. It's time to be active, bro. And this is for the people that's really say they believe, they believers. It's time for you to really put in them two, you feel me? It's time for you to really act on what you say you act on. Not no more I play church. It's time for you to walk in that church and be like, God, lead me to where I need to be. Lead me and teach me so I need to go. If you need help, get with the leaders. If your leaders point you the right direction, but make sure you pray before, because not all leaders have good intentions. Not all leaders are right leaders, bro. Now I'm not finna put no my bad. I ain't finna put no names in nobody's mouth, nothing like that. Cause I don't know. I ain't in your shoes, you feel me? But it's time y'all to wake up, bro. No more time for games, bro. So, if you say you a Christian, stand on it. Stand. Ain't no pretending. Ain't none of that. Number 1. Number 2, and you just new to the faith. This is one thing I need you to do. I need y'all to act accordingly to oneself and Jesus Christ. What I mean by that, I mean, just because you new to the faith, and this is a hard thing you gotta learn in the balance. Just because you new to the faith does not mean everybody else is going to hell. And I know a lot of people like what that means. A lot of times when people are new to the faith, they so excited. They want to get to God. And then when people start asking questions, like, you don't know about this God, da da da, and they go start leading people away from God. Don't bash them, because you was like them at one point. And I'm saying this from my heart, not trying to be rude enough. But meet people of where they at rather than you going to them. And the reason I say that, because a lot of them battles, since you're so new in the faith, you might not have a ability to overcome them. So meet them Where they at? Where they at, bro? So you get into the church, you can pull them. You can tug them around a little longer. You feel me? Once you into it, you can do some extra. But don't let their burdens come your burdens. That's a little message for everybody. Don't let their burdens become your burdens. Now, for everybody else watching this video, I appreciate y'all just listening. Just listen to my sermon. Yes, I did it. I didn't think I did that good till like reading it back. I'm like, wow, I'm really on fire. Like, you feel me? But I'm not even trying to be prideful, but like it brought me back to a smile because it was like some days you just feel less than, or like, God, I made a mistake and you sin. When I reread that, it made me like, God still has me, bro. Like, God's like, I have not left God's mindset, and vice versa for God. And ain't no pride thing, but sometimes we do need a boost. Sometimes we might fall. We need a little, go back to our old sermons, our old texts, and be like, wow, that helped. That's pushing us forward. That we had to be in our Bible daily to feed ourselves, bro. So that's all I really gotta say. I appreciate if y'all tune in. I don't even care. This get no views whole time. I might be the only viewer. I don't care. But this is my new direction on my channel, bro. I'm gonna bring the scriptures. I'm bringing back old sermons I talked about. Words, meaning like my next video, I might talk about what's the meaning of like love, and have some scriptures based on. And just talk to y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Just talk to y'all like that. Some scriptures and words and stuff like that. And yeah, this is really what this channel is gonna be, more towards more Christian related contact with video games, bro. Cause I'm a gamer, but I love God more. It didn't sit right for me just posting video games, just talking about nonsense. And ain't no foundation, ain't no nothing. You feel me? It's not right, and I ain't feel right. So it's my new direction, bro. I hope y'all like it. Honestly, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Yeah. The video about over. I ain't go no one. You can see. I boxed him. I could have. Look. I'm finna show y'all. I had him right there. That was my. And what I did, I hit the wrong button by accident, bro. But yeah, appreciate y'all. Yeah, I love y'all. And new video out soon. Shoot, boy.